Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum. It's my great pleasure to introduce Dryden Gold here. And we have Trace and Maura. The first time to the Metals Investment Forum. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chen.
Well, tell us, Dryden has been one of the upcoming new gold juniors, right? You recently completed a strategic investment. Tell us, who did you invest with and what term?
Well, we received a strategic investment from Centerra Gold. They took a 9.9% position in the company, and the terms were 17 cents a share, and the majority of that was done as charity flow through. So we actually got 24 cents a share for the charity portion of that.
Wow, excellent. So what's the percentage do they own you after?
9.9%.
9.9%. And then you also have another major on your share, another strategic investor, right?
Well, yes. Alamos owns just under 10%, and they've received their stock because they bought a company that we had optioned the property from. So they really didn't make it as a strategic investment. They inherited their stock when they purchased Manitou-Gold.
All right, excellent, good. So with those backing of the two majors and all the cash in on your balance sheet, right? You get a lot of cash coming in. So what's your plan to use the cash for exploration this year?
Absolutely. So we were pretty aggressive last year in 2024 as well, drilling from the beginning of the year and looking at the regional perspective and the opportunities we had. We increased our land package, and now we're sitting at 70,000 hectares. We are still going to focus drilling on Gold Rock, where we've had some great success with the recent Elora holes, like 30 grams over almost 6 meters. So that's a pretty nice zone to keep targeting. We'll keep drilling there, but we're going to work on expanding it. We've actually permitted for there to go up to the northeast. We're permitting 2 other regional targets that we're pretty excited about. We put out some news on Monday about the Hinman property with 34.8 grams on a surface sample. So not bad.
Very, very impressive for the sample. Yeah.
So we'll keep working on those. We'll do a balance of the brownfields drilling, and we're going to start to test some of the regional targets too. And that was what Centerra was really excited about, our district scale opportunity.
Wow, great. So for you, it seems like you have some very fantastic drilling results, right? So and then your package seems to be you have a very big, extensive land package. So is there focus? You have a particular area you want to focus, or you want to try out all the different areas?
We're going to be really systematic about it. So we know that the Gold Rock camp has great results. We really like the Elora structure. That's going to be our main focus, expanding that. It seems to have the nicest widths and better continuity. And so we're going to be learning about that structure through the drill bit and applying that to our exploration regional targets. We will do about a little over 50% of the money will go towards that target, and then we're carving about 30-ish to go towards the priority regional targets, the Hinman from the Monday's news release, and a property to the south called Sheridan, which had a 600 gram per ton grab sample and had some really nice drill results when they drilled it back in 2012. So it'll be a bit of a balance. We also are going to continue to look at the district scale with a smaller portion of our budget, about 13%, looking at till and soil sampling of some of the areas that we have interesting geophysical targets, but we haven't been able to prospect or map. So a balance. We're going to do a little bit of each so that we can keep growing the story and make new discoveries.
Oh, excellent. Tell us a little bit about your share structure right now and your balance sheet as well with recent financing.
Well, look, last year we came public just in January last year to start trading. And we raised $5.1 million with the concurrent financing with the RTO. And then we raised another $5 million in October, and then the strategic investment from Centerra. So good news is, Chen, we raised $14 million last year, which for an early stage exploration company is great.
Pretty hard, yeah.
The bad news is we raised $14 million. In this market, which is, not valuing exploration projects very well. So we have now 150 million shares outstanding. We do have a fully diluted, we have 38 million warrants at 30 cents that come due the end of this year. So if we are successful through the drill bit and those warrants get exercised, that pretty much, that'd be $11.5 million, which would fund us into 2026 with no further dilution. But, when we talk about our shareholders or the structure, mentioning our shareholder base, we've talked about Centerra and Alamos, but we also have the Europac Gold Fund, Peter Schiff's fund, Adrian Day runs that, is a large shareholder. Rob McEwen was the lead order on the RTO. Eric Sprott is an early investor in the company. Bob Quartermain just came in recently, as did Rob Cohen with the 1832 fund, and then several other smaller funds that came into these. So we probably have about 20% of our outstanding shares are in these funds or with strategic investors that individual investors like Rob and Eric that aren't going to be selling their stock. In fact, for the most part, they add to their positions.
Wow, yeah, excellent. Seems like you have a good shareholder. You have a who's who most in the mining space.
And now Chen.
All right, yes, I'm your shareholder too. So looks like the Centerra financing was very, very good, well above the price you're trading at the premium, which is very hard to get. What excites Centerra to join you?
Well, look, I think Centerra they announced early last year, that they were putting $200 million aside to make strategic investments into junior companies. And the first one they made was in Kenorland, who's a project generator in Canada, maybe one of the best, I believe. And then they did another project generator in Nevada, Headwater. That really is their mandate, to invest in project generators where they get a lot of bang for their buck, right? A lot of projects that the money's going into. With Dryden being really just one project, but we are a district scale. But I think, they liked the project so much. And just as importantly, I think, their mandate is to invest in the junior companies into projects, they're also investing into teams. So they were very impressed with our technical team. I mean, everybody loves Maura. But the way they've put the program together, the way that they can talk to these companies technically, the way they're doing their pipeline of projects within that, our property package. And, so I think Centerra realizes that just as important as developing projects is to help develop the young talent in this gold industry, which they realize their guys are getting older and older, and eventually, they need to support good young talent in the market as well. So I think it was a combination of both those things.
Wow, excellent. Yeah, looks like you have a very, very good setup. So maybe you tell the potential new investor what to expect to happen this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of action just coming in the next few weeks. We've gotten all of the field results and drill results back, so we will be putting out more and more news over the coming weeks. We're going to start drilling again in February, and we'll keep the drill turning really all year in phases like we did last year. So we're being very smart about each dollar spent. But it's going to be an action-packed year. I'm very excited about all the new targets as well. So stay tuned for all the news.
All right, good. Very good. I mean, I'm most impressed when I first introduced Dryden was the 56 kilo. 56 kilo, right?
53.
53.
Yeah, 53.
53, okay. 53 kilo. But people just will be very happy with 53 grand.
Yes, we're happy with that too.
So, are you? Is it possible you're looking for those ultra high grade in that area?
Absolutely, we are. Well, that's what we've been focusing on last year, was trying to understand why there would be such high grade and how we could predict more high grade. We know that there's overall mineralized structures, but we want to find the juiciest portions, and that's what we've been targeting. So I think there are more of them, and we're really looking for 15-gram better sort of material. That's our mandate, the high grade.
It's also important to note that these Archean gold systems in this part of the world, whether you look at Kirkland or Timmins, the Red Lake, these are very deep systems. They tend to go down 1.5, 2 kilometers. Our property, while it was mined in the early 1900s, never below 200 meters was it mined, and it's never seen a drill bit below 250, 300 meters. We're drilling right now at 250, and so if we can prove that this thing has legs at depth, then the market's going to get very excited.
Oh, great, great. Thank you. That's looking forward to all the results. It's looking like an exciting year for 2025 and fully funded. Maybe funded into 26 if
Fingers
the war
crossed.
Okay, great. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Chen.